Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from the ECF forums and host on Vape TV Live, baby. I'm here today. Hey, it's a happy, beautiful Sunday. Freaking gorgeous out, I tell you, man. I've been kicking it all day with my copperhead. Forget about it. This thing is just hitting like a freaking freight train on steroids, I tell you. But hey, the wait is almost over. All the PMs and messages I'm getting about this damn copperhead, I tell you. Like I said, Dino's going to have 25 on hand starting Friday for VaporCon and another 25 for Saturday. So all those people that couldn't make it for Friday, hey, they get a shot on Saturday. So you better get camping, boy. I tell you. And where is this VaporCon? Where is this VaporCon? Well, it's right here. Forget about it. Okay, so, now, I wanted to go over a build I've been playing with, and this is on John Boy and Dino's LavaGen, okay? It is a great Jenny device, I gotta tell you. It's freaking phenomenal, I tell you. Matter of fact, let me bring down the cam so I can show you. This thing pumps out of this world. So I'm going to show you from start to finish what I'm actually going to be using. I'm going to be using 2.5, okay, 2.5 stainless steel rope, okay, and a piece of mesh. And here is the LavaGen. Okay, so looking at this LavaGen, it looks very simplistic, okay, but it has features. Ooh, baby, forget it. Does it have features? This LavaGen is so customizable that you can put it on any PV mod, 510 connector, okay, Mac or variable voltage, and adjust the setting, okay, as far as where the mesh hole resides. Yes, where the mesh hole resides. So I'm going to show you for an example. Let's say I want to use a helix, which that's what I want to use for this build right now. Forget about it. So this is my way of doing it. I'm pretty sure there are other ways, other people have been doing it, but hey, this is the fucking Bishopheals way. Forget about it, I tell you. Alright, I'm going to start screwing the LavaGen, okay, right on. And wherever it falls, okay, I'm going to look at where the button is. There's the button, okay. Let me focus that for you. Okay, so that's where the button is, okay? Now, where the button is, what I want to do is, being that I'm going to be firing and pressing it where the button is, I want the mesh to be on this end. Button's here, mesh here, okay? So I'm going to look at it in a bird's eye view, okay? There's the button, and actually it's already positioning where the mesh is right now, right? See where the mesh, the big hole is where the mesh is going to go in. So what I want to do is, I want to make that hole to be in the opposite side, okay, where the mesh is going to lie. So that way when you're pressing the button, the juice is flowing down to the mesh, and it's perfect. It's freaking perfect. You don't want the mesh to be on the side, or on the other side right here, because then you're going to have to like turn the mod, you know, the other way around. Now, this is a great add-on feature, okay, that Jumbo and Dino added, okay? And the way we're going to go about doing this is, I'm going to screw this in lightly to see where it falls, okay? Just to see where it falls. Mesh is all the way on the other side, as you can see. Mesh is on that side. We're going to actually position it so that the mesh is, the button is down here right now. So we're going to turn it. There's the button. So I want the mesh hole to be over here on this end. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the mod and move the hole, the mesh hole where we want it. There it is. Buttons here, okay, of the helix, and mesh hole is there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten down this screw, but before I tighten the screw down, I want to make sure that this is just a little bit loose, okay, which is this ring down here. Now I'm going to fasten down, placing the mod down, and while I'm holding the LavaGen with my 2 fingers, I'm just going to gently tighten it just a little bit, and there, voila. So now, see, it's snug. Now I can just turn it, and when I turn it, where the button is, okay, look at where the hole is. See that? So I can actually press the button, and there's the hole. Okay? So it's perfect. Now, this is just my way of doing it, and I just predetermine the length, because what that screw does is this. That screw adjusts the 510 pin. On the fly, it'll adjust this 510 connector. Okay? So it's very customizable to any PV mod that has a button, you know, that's on the side, that you want to just put parallel. Now, if it's a bottom switch, then it doesn't really matter, you know, where it falls. So as long as there's a 510 connection, okay? Or if you need to, you know, extend it a little more, okay? That's one thing. The other thing what I like about this is the 2 washes. You got to look at this for a second here, because see these 2 washes right there. When you mount the coil on there, and this is a thumb screw, you can just gently tighten it, and when you tighten it, it doesn't move the mesh or the wire. It grabs it, it holds it steady. These are the little things that will make your day as far as if you're building a Jenny. How many of you have gotten stuck with certain Jenny devices that when you actually screw it down, that the mesh turns, the wire goes with the mesh, and you got to be yanking it from a opposite direction? It's a pain, but you know, we deal with it, right? But here's a device that you won't have that problem. You won't have this problem, which I'm going to show you. Okay? So first things first, I'm just going to loosen this up. Okay? Next thing what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take the mesh. And I'm going to torch the shit out of it. Forget about it. Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mesh up half the stainless steel rope. And like I said, this thing is, it's just, believe me when I tell you, I wouldn't be raving about it if it's not good. You know, I really don't like to give bad reviews, but if I do get a product that's just crap, believe me when I tell you, I am not afraid to open up my mouth and call it the way I see it, like I did with the Tempest. Okay? Alright. So what I'm going to do is take the 2.5 stainless steel rope, and I am just going to, well, first things first, I'm going to cut a layer off of each end to remove any strands. And you don't need a lot of mesh for this. I mean, look, it's like a very, very, very tiny piece of mesh is what I'm actually using. And what I want to do is cover about half. And I'm just going to roll. And roll. Just like that. See, half of it is exposed out, the other half is with mesh. And I pretty much already measured the space as far as the lengthwise of the stainless steel rope that I needed, and I cut it. Now once that's done, what I do is take a pair of scissors, and first things first, I'll bend the mesh just a little bit so I know where to cut it, and voila, so it'll look like that. Let me focus that for you. See? But I don't have any of the braids of the stainless steel exposing out of the mesh. It's all covered in. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a final torch. Just the mesh portion. That's all. Just the mesh. And I'm inspecting it to see if there's any strands. Same time as I'm torching it. And it looks very, very clean. It looks so nice that it shouldn't be a hot spot. Blow on it because it is hot. So what I'm going to do is place it down for a bit, and I'm going to use 28 gauge Kanthol wire. And for you high performance junkies out there like me, we like dual coils. So we're going to run dual coils. Forget about it. That's right. We're going to run dual coils on a LavaGen. Why not? It could be done. Forget about it. Bishopheals is on the case here. Forget about it, you know? Shit. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to first pinch, as many of you already know, I'm just going to pinch the two wires together. Okay? And with the next set of pliers, and I'm going to start twisting, like so. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to keep twisting and twisting until it's a very nice, tight, thin twist. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a little bit of a loop. Okay, so I looped it between the washer and the nut. And we're going to cut off an excess of the actual tail. So it'll look like that. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount the stainless steel rope. So now I'm on 1, 2, I did four wraps. I'm doing another one. I'll show you how everything looks in a second. This is how it looks. Focus that for you a little better. See that? So this is already about 10. Well, 5 wraps times 2 is 10. So this is what it looks. Okay. And see, it's not overshotting the positive post. So it kind of looks like similar to a micro coil, dual coils. That's what I have set up here. Okay. So right now what I'm going to do is bring it down a little more. This is what it looks like. Now this is dual coils, baby. Micro style. Forget about it. Check it out. Okay. Now with the excess of the tail, I like to cut that off. Like so. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the device, see if there is a hot spot, give it a dry burn.
Screw this down. Oops. Let me put it on here. There we go. Beautiful, right? Forget about it. So now, let me just inspect it one more time. I just want to make sure that, yep, they're all glowing evenly. Nice. Okay. So I want to tighten down the Phillips screw. Okay, so that's set. Next thing what we have to do is we insert the actual tank. Now, the beauty of this tank is that when you do the coils and you look at the hole, it actually stays in the center of the coils. It's positioned perfectly right on the coils. See? Beautiful, right? Now what we're going to need is a syringe, and let's see what juice to use. So I'm filling it up with some juice. Okay, and I'm just going to add a couple of drops onto the mesh just to help get it started. Okay, so I'm going to put the cap on. Okay, cap is on. So here's the LavaGen, okay, with a stainless steel rope, okay, and I got 10 wraps, well 5 wraps times 2 is 10 for dual coils action here. Now let's give it a vape and see how she is. Oofa. She packing a punch, baby. Very, very, very delicious and tasty. The biggest thing that I enjoy about this is that the small addy chamber. The deck of this addy chamber is so small. Okay, so the flavor is unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. And with a stainless steel rope, you really don't need to tilt it all the way. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of juice entering the second chamber where the addy deck is. Okay, which can happen and it's okay. But you got to look at that. Because if you're drawing in very hard, you may get some juice up there. And, you know, you'll feel it. Oh, man. This is a delight. This is a really freaking delight, I tell you. Oh, man. Dino, John Boy, I gotta tell you. Mwah, forget about it. I'm totally digging this fucking LavaGen. Freaking beautiful. And I'm using stock air hole. Okay, I didn't need to adjust it. If I adjust it, it'll produce more vapor. However, I love the flavor. I love the flavor. This thing is just stellar the way it is, the way it performs right now. It's completely, completely stellar. Oh, man. And she's breaking in real, real nice. As you can see. Very nice. Very nice. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Live hard, baby. And definitely lock your devices. And vape hard. Forget about it. Take care, people. I'll see you tonight on Vape TV. I'll be there live. Forget about it.